Yeah. So I'll just read and I hope you guys are on your book. So contribution we have done and industrial location I had done till here this part that is also arranged. After the industrial activity starts, urbanization follows. Sometimes industries are located in or near the cities, thus industrialization and urbanization go hand in hand. Cities provide markets and also provide services such as banking, insurance, transport, labor consultants, and financial advice, etc. To the industry, many industries tend to come together to make use of the advantages offered by the urban centers known as agglomeration economies. Gradually, a large industrial agglomeration takes place. In the pre-independence period, most manufacturing units were located on from the postal point from the point view of overseas trade such as Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. Consequently, they emerged certain pockets of industrially developed urban centers surrounded by a huge agriculture and rural hinterland. What is the market linkage? Inputs are the raw material, components, factors of production, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, infrastructure. Then we have the transport, then the factory, then the outputs. Again, transport to the market brings in money, the money again goes into the inputs, raw material again. So, the key decision to the factory location is the least cost. Government policies and specialized labor also influence the location of industries. Now, there are many things also depend upon these things. The factory in which we were never friends with the factory close by to us, just ahead of our gate, and there was a road ahead that there were the trucks used to come in, and we used to have fights. Their security used to come and block our trucks coming in, and this thing happening, and then locals used to come and disturb. They used to charge you money and all that. So then we had to do for their they have their pujas, they have their ceremonies, and they have all lot of things where the factory owners help out. They go ahead and do it. Then they come together and make a decision. Okay, this puja is happening, so all the factories are going to give this much of money. This is going to be helped. A hospital is built, then we give blankets to charity is done, and then temples are made. A small type of hospitals are made in the villages. The building is made. Rest the hospital can people can those who ever want to come and give the service from the government, we get in touch. There are labor policies, there are labor laws, and then there is the police is there. What type of safety and security do we get? Our factory, I had my own security under me. Was I was taking care when I first came into the factory. I was given, because I was from the force background, I was given to take in charge of 87 security guys. It was I used to go around with a bike inside my factory, sometimes with my Scorpio, or the I should ride my tractor also. There was a tractor inside the factory, 4 tractors. So I never rode a tractor in my life, so I started riding a tractor. It was a huge area. You cannot walk around and finish it. You cannot go to a plant. I cannot go to the conveyor belt walking. So I have to take my bike and won't stop it there, get up. If I want to go to my administration building, again I have to drive up hill and go to the administration office, which is far away from the plant. Inside the plant, if I want to go and see a finishing rod which has come out, I have to ride my motorcycle and go. Otherwise, I have to walk on that platform, which is full of heat. More than 1600 degrees of heat is there on that full platform, that area. So we get really, and we are always in a mask, and we cannot breathe in that air. So we always go out. We stay there and go. So laborers working inside that, imagine their condition. So they only work for 2 hours. They come out again, and next batch goes in. So the security thing was under me, was 87 guys, and I had to take care of them. What are the shifts? What is happening in the night shifts? What are happening in the morning, and everything depends. And police take care outside of the factory what's happening. If thieves are coming, and we were allowed to shoot down anyone who comes in. That was the order. We can shoot. We had guns. We had ex-military people who had licensed guns, and security do have guns. If anyone coming in, or we see standing on the wall also, they can shoot. So that was there, because a lot of expensive things and material are there inside the factory. And providing facilities to the laborers, giving them free medical advice, giving them free medical medicines, and then insurance policies and whatnot, everything, a lot of things were there. I was never into this administration part. I hated that, sitting in the office. I always like to be out on the field, in action. So that was all about it. And then I went into production, and then I came to know what is actually happening. How, when a rod comes out, why is the cost of the rod per kg so much? Because that includes a lot of things. When it comes out, we say it's expensive. We say that cement is expensive, but how cement is made? We had a cement factory also close by. I used to visit everything. I used to go around everywhere, and that's how I learned. So we'll come back to that part, is where it says the key decision to the least cost government policies specialized into labor influence the location industry. We must know where we are going to get the labor. Laborers is a very big problem. You just cannot take laborers and throw them out tomorrow, and so that's how the hub becomes like Jamuria, Asansol, Raniganj. These together, Durgapur, this is called an urban cities. Like the city where I live, that is the steel city, because it is basically the city was made by Dr. Bijan Chandra Roy, and his dream was the steel company, the steel of Durgapur. Then we have Bhilai, we have Raulkela, the steel cities, and Dhanbad doesn't have steels, so there's Raulkela and Tata. Tata is another city. So these are the urban cities very close by, hardly 100 to 150 kilometers distance or more than that. But Durgapur, Asansol, Raniganj and all, this is an urban city with lot of industries. We have the Philips Carbon, we have the fertilizers, we have the steel, we have the Graphite India, we have the Sankey Wheels, we have whatnot, small scale industries. And small scale industries help the big scale industries, because they put in orders, okay, I need this, I need that, you have to make this. So that gives jobs to people. That increases money coming and going. When there is money coming and going, what happens, that place starts developing. Suppose there's a factory, there is no tea anywhere, so a boy opens a tea shop. Inside there is 150 laborers per shift. Suppose it's a 8-hour shift, so there are going to be 3 shifts. Suppose 100 laborers, 300 people coming and going. Out of 300 people, at least 100 people will drink tea there. If he sells tea for 2 rupees also, but which tea is not 2 rupees now, it's 5 rupees. 100 people, 500 rupees one shift. In 8 hours he gets that 10-minute break, or that change of time in 10 minutes, he earns 500 bucks. 3 shifts, 1500 bucks. 1500 bucks, just say that it's a 50-50 ratio or a 80-40 ratio when you sell something in a shop, or when you are sending something eatable or any beverage type of thing, it's an 80-40 ratio. So 40% goes in your expenditure, 80% comes. 80% is your manufacturing and 40% is yours. It's like that. So 40%, 40 rupees is his, each 100 rupees. So that's 200 rupees, and into 3, 600 rupees is there in his pocket. 30 minutes. But he has to keep his shop open every day. Then he starts selling cakes with it. He gives biscuits with it, and then he keeps chanachur with it. Then what he keeps. Sometimes then another fellow comes in next to him. Okay, you are selling tea. Okay, boss, let me also make one tea shop. Good. People have got the choice. He's making samosas, he's making jalebis or something. He's started making sweets. Another fellow opens another dhaba type of thing. Okay, guys want to eat food. Truck drivers come. They need food. They need water. Business expands. So this is how things go ahead and are being taken care of. Okay. So today we'll keep it till here. No, I'll come in the next video and I'll just explain what I was going to say, the ideal location of the industry, classification of industries, okay, and I'll explain the rest then. I'll tell you, there's another one point I want to share with you, so about this location thing, so I'll come back.